It's Week 7 of the NFL, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Rams and the Raiders, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away?
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the man from Purdue, their quarterback, Aiden O'Connell.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They go play action. It's O'Connell. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Vegas.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
2nd down and 3. On play action, O'Connell. That'll be taken in. It's Alexander Madison. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. In motion is Myers. O'Connell going to throw on 1st and 10. He's got Myers on the completion. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To the right side, here's Madison. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching his ball out sideways, and he brings him down for us. What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Out of a shotgun, O'Connell. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Roseboom.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal. You got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Rams led out by a Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford, 2nd among all active passers in the NFL. Only Aaron Rodgers has thrown for more yards Hard to believe, Greg, it's already season 16 for the man out of the University of Georgia.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
To get this complete, it's Kupp again. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Again, it's Stafford. That's to last year's rookie sensation, Puka Nacua. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 33-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. Here's 3rd and 2. The motion man is Nacua. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. It's complete. He's got Kupp. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
1st and 10. The NFL's 3rd leading rusher a season ago, it's Kyren Williams. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Williams. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Nice job moving the chains, and Kyren Williams is really someone who kind of came out of nowhere, and he had a career season back in 2023, finished 3rd in rushing, but it was really the yards per game, the consistency, a lot of big plays, and he picks up right where he left off. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 18-yard line.
2nd down, it's Stafford. And he'll take it on in. Cooper the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
So, 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From the gun, it's O'Connell. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is O'Connell. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Rams have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Rams offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. 7-0 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Good blocking, and he's in. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Both team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. Abdullah now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. On 1st down, a run with Madison. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's O'Connell. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
To return, here's Ronnie Rivers. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. The next drive about to get going. I want to remind you what's coming up in primetime this week. Week 7 already in the NFL. We have the Jets and Steelers on Sunday Night Football. And then coming up tomorrow night, the last of our Monday doubleheaders for the year, Ravens-Bucks from Tampa at 8:15. That's followed out west by the Chargers and Cardinals from the desert. That one good for 26 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll find his tight end. That's Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go with Williams. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
This one taken in by Parkinson. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one caught at the 4.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Madison. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. 3rd and 6. O'Connell to throw. The ball comes out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Huff brings it in left side. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum.
And he's into the end zone. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, L.A.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who've also scored throughout the league.
Cardi now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams extend to a 24-3 lead. kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Abdullah now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's O'Connell. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. On fourth down, last year's All-Pro punter A.J. Cole on now for the Raiders. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That one on target to Kupp. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nacua. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Give him 16 there, and a first down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. Stafford to throw again. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Caught by Nacua on the out route.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. O'Connell to throw on first down. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin across the Atlantic at venerable Wembley Stadium in London, where you see the final score there. Mac Jones, terrific in the air with over 400 passing yards there. The Rams got a nice throwback performance from their veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Finds Nacua on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. He'll locate Kupp. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Stafford now. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Throw right side, hauled in by Kupp. And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. A big play from Stafford to Kupp, 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
To the air again, Stafford. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. Inside the 40. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable with Rivers. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
A first down throw for Stafford. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, it's Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
So a 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Raiders offense and Aiden O'Connell heading back onto the field. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. Here's Madison. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Marshall is on the move. Here's Abdullah. Who managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. The rookie out of Florida State, Jared Verse, on the tackle. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's O'Connell. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Raiders have their punt team out there as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Rams offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. It's another run here for Williams. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Stafford. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. To throw is O'Connell. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's O'Connell. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up 4th down. The Raiders send their punt team out. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Williams. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Rams punting unit coming out. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. On the ground, Abdullah. And he's pushing tacklers away as he takes it forward for a gain of 9. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run right side with Madison. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with Madison. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On the give, this is Madison. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Great job with the pressure up the middle on 3rd and 1, Mike. When that back has to make someone miss in the backfield, that's all they need to throw off the timing. He's fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage. This defense holds him to no gain, brings up 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. It's Madison. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
Here comes Cooper Kupp and the rest of the LA offense set for this next Rams possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Kupp in motion. They'll go again with Williams. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Rams as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run Abdullah. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In motion is Myers. Throwing on 2nd down, O'Connell. He's going to run it. A gain there of 21. Good for a Raider 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
O'Connell going to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's O'Connell. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and always play him man-to-man. That's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Look wide, get this one complete, and a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will cut into that lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Rams offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Off play action. It's Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Still first down.
Again, it's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. O'Connell to throw. Finding Terrace Marshall for the completion. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. In motion is Myers. On first down, it's O'Connell. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The 45-yard line.
A second down throw for O'Connell. That's caught by Abdullah. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 1st and 10. Now O'Connell. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Raiders. Greg, very big touchdown there. Makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8.
Now, remember, all scoring plays are reviewed.
The previous play is under review.
Tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Puka Nacua and this Rams offense come back onto the field. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. And this crowd certainly has liked what they have seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in. They have not disappointed as they have the advantage here in the 4th.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
A give, and here comes Williams. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On first down, right back to Williams. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Nacua snags it over the middle. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
A 43-yard attempt.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Rams will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. O'Connell to throw on 1st down. He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. That one caught by Tucker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. They'll come up now for 2nd down. From the gun, it's O'Connell. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are back within 6.
Raiders 27.
That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
So it's a win here for the Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.